Hi, this is Scott Speck, Music Director of the West Michigan Symphony, to tell you about some of the highlights of the 2009-2010 season. I thought I would tell you some of the things that excite me the most about each concert. For the whole season, you're going to see a mix of old friends and new friends, and the first concert you'll see what I mean. Beethoven's Ninth is the highlight, the biggest highlight of the first concert, September 25th and 26th. Breaking Through to Joy is the name of the concert, and of course Beethoven's Ninth is subtitled The Ode to Joy. It's an incredible work, not only one of the most popular symphonies ever written, but certainly one of the very, very greatest. We're going to be using two West Michigan choirs, the Grand Rapids Chamber Choir and also the Aquinas College Choir will join us together to form the massive group that Beethoven calls for. Also, four soloists from Michigan, all of whom are from Michigan. And to add to the concert, we have another piece, Ravel's Introduction and Allegro for harp and strings. And the harp solo will be played by our spectacular principal harpist, Sylvia Norris, who you've seen many times gracing our stage, and this time she'll be front and center. The next concert on the Masterworks series, the classical series, is called Fiesta, Lighting Fire with Fire. This is a concert of Spanish and Latin-themed music. And for this, we're bringing a soloist that, ever since I met him 2 years ago, I've been dying to bring to West Michigan. His name is Pablo Sainz Villegas, an incredible guitarist from Spain. In fact, he just won an award in his native Spain, Musician of the Year. He's going to be performing probably the most well-known guitar concerto, Rodrigo's Concierto de Aranjuez. And he'll also perform, as a bonus, a concerto for guitar and orchestra by Vivaldi. Should be very exciting. This concert also includes a tango by Astor Piazzolla called Tangazo, that's Argentinian music, and music from El Amor Brujo by Manuel de Falla. Very exciting Spanish music, originally written for ballet, very evocative, almost fragrant in its ability to evoke different images and senses. I hope you'll join us for that concert. The next concert on the classical series is Beethoven in Blue Jeans. Yes, we're bringing it back. Get out your pair of blue jeans, I know you've got it, and wear it to the symphony because we're going to be wearing our blue jeans too on stage, including me. We're going to be performing some music of Beethoven, and that music is Beethoven's Piano Concerto No. 1. And for that, we've brought in someone who I hope will be a new friend. His name is Mark Yu, and at the moment he's 9 years old. By the time he comes, I think he'll be 10. Mark has already played on so many continents. He's played in Royal Albert Hall in London. He's played Carnegie Hall. He has been on Jay Leno a couple of times. He's been on the Ellen Show 4 times. I believe he's been on Oprah. So you've probably seen him. Delightful young pianist, very talented. And also, if we're lucky, afterwards he'll stay after and talk to the audience and tell some of his jokes, which is his trademark if you've seen him on any of those programs. The same concert features music by another prodigy, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, his last symphony, number 41, which is truly one of the great symphonic masterpieces of all time. And the concert also includes an overture by Rossini, his overture to Cinderella. And if you know Rossini's music, you know that it's light, sparkly, bubbly, even funny. Rossini's overtures are some of the funniest music ever written in the classical style. Next on the classical series is water music. It's called Experience the Lake Effect, and when you hear the program, you'll know what I mean. First of all, we've got Handel's water music, excerpts from the suites. Then we have a wonderful piece by Mendelssohn, which I'm sure you've heard. It's his Fingal's Cave Overture, otherwise known as the Hebrides, music that came out of his trip when he went to Scotland. He was inspired by what he saw, especially the waves crashing against the shore and against the rocks, and that inspired him to write this music. Another piece by Mendelssohn on the concert is his Symphony No. 4, the Italian Symphony, probably Mendelssohn's most popular work, and it's a symphony that I find stunning in the fact that when you listen to it, it's just delightful, but when you look at it deeply, it actually has a very, very deep structural integrity, and that's something that, well, conductors like me get very excited about. Also, we're doing a piece by living composer Kenji Bunch. It's called Fantasy for Violin and Orchestra. It's a beautiful modern piece, and the soloist for the Fantasy will be our own concertmaster, Jennifer Walverd. The end of the classics season is a concert June 4th and 5th called By George, or By George, depending on how you read it. It includes music by 4 composers named George. First of all, George Enescu, Romanian Rhapsody No. 1, certainly one of the most exciting nationalist rhapsodies. It's a piece that you absolutely cannot sit still in your seat while you listen to it. Then we have George Bizet's Carmen, and we'll be performing excerpts from both of his suites, 1 and 2. And then, I guess we only have 3 composers named George, but one of them is represented twice. First by an American in Paris, you can guess who that is, George Gershwin. And secondly, and to really end the season, Rhapsody in Blue. And Rhapsody in Blue is being performed by a very, very talented, extremely talented local pianist named Andrew Lee, who lives in Holland. And I hope that you will come for that concert. Now, the Pops season is no less exciting for 2009-2010. We begin with Halloween Pops. And you remember a few years ago we did a Halloween concert. It was such a hit, such a success, that people have been asking us to do it again. So we're back now with different music. This one is called Wizards and Wands. But once again, the orchestra will be dressed up in Halloween costumes. So will I. I'm not going to tell you what I'm wearing. And I hope you will too, or at least the kids will, because we'll have a costume contest. So the best costumes will be rewarded. And so we'll have a mix of spooky music, things that you didn't hear last time, but almost all of it is either from classical or from movies. So for example, we have music from Harry Potter, and we have music from Phantom of the Opera that will grace our stage. That's Wizards and Wands. Then the Holiday Pops, Yuletide Spectacular, December 11th and 12th, and this time we're bringing Diane Penning, who came and sang with us several years ago. And again, people have been asking to bring her back. We're very excited to have her because she's got a beautiful, pure soprano voice, and she's going to sing some Christmas classics that I'm sure you know. We're also going to be joined by a combined chorus of the Muskegon Chamber Choir and the Grand Haven High School Chamber Choir, which is a delight, really just an incredible student choir, and I hope that you'll enjoy the combination when we put them together. Finally, the Pops season ends with Broadway Pops, 3 Phantoms in concert. That is 3 Broadway actors and singers, all of whom have played the Phantom on Broadway, all together on the stage. And this will be with a sort of backup band made up of members of the West Shore Symphony Orchestra. 3 Phantoms in concert singing Broadway hits. I hope you enjoy it. You know, last season I went to a performance of the Metropolitan Opera in New York, and I was struck by the fact that the one ticket that I bought cost more than an entire season at the West Michigan Symphony. For the price of that ticket, you can have 8 concerts of the West Michigan Symphony, and I mean 8 evenings in which the musicians from our community and beyond are playing full out with all passion. And these are people who love to be on the stage, who love to play together, and it's absolutely palpable when they play. And they love to perform for you. So, you can have 1 night at the Met, or you can have 8 nights of incredible passion from the West Michigan Symphony. Sounds like a good deal. I hope you'll join us. The West Michigan Symphony 2009-2010 season. See you there.